So you also said you had some George Floyd things you want to talk about.
Well,
or I guess something that would lead into that. Your opinion.
Keep my opinion on why black people are getting killed like they're getting killed, and why the country don't respect us.
So hold on, real quick before you go into that. Have you been keeping up with the protests and everything?
Somewhat.
And
I've been watching them, but I mean, so what I see on the news is a bunch of destruction. I mean, I'll be honest with you. The police burning is a statement to me. Burning the police station down was a historical statement to me.
Should have happened.
I'm not gonna knock that at all. I'm not saying I wouldn't do a Molotov cocktail at it. I mean, with what happened in that city, in that city, this didn't happen in Atlanta. This didn't happen nowhere else where they're doing some of the crazy stuff. This happened in Minneapolis. So them doing that, the time they did it was a statement to me.
Okay.
Some of the other stuff is silly to me. Some of the burning down the Mercedes dealerships and the loot and all that. That's the chaotic, and that's kind of why people see you for what how they see you. And another reason, this is my opinion on why my race doesn't get much respect, is we don't really have a industry that we control. Nobody comes to us to buy a thing. Who comes to you bringing you money? Nobody. So I'm gonna give you an example. Mexicans have landscaping. They have the maid services or whatever you want to call it. Yes. Pretty much on the lot. Yeah. You look at the Vietnamese. They have the nails and toes, and they have the donuts. You go to any little town, they got donut shops everywhere.
They don't have the Shipley's over here.
Own the donut shops. You go to the Jewish people, they own most banks. Yes.
Shipley's nigga, shit.
Man. Dude. Yeah, you look at all these little donut shops where they getting kolaches and shit for in the morning.
It ain't niggas in the back. Of Shipley's.
You know what? They might be in the back. That's where they at, in the back.
In the back.
They not the owners. Nobody comes to us and spend a dime, man. Nowhere. Where? Car dealerships? I mean, we might own something. We might own a hotel here. That's another thing. You look at the Indians and all them coming in and getting hotels and convenience stores. You look at all these other races and they're coming in and they have something that you have to bring your money to them. Name something that black people have that people are bringing their money to our community.
Barbershops?
Yeah, we giving our own money to our own barbershops. Not no white people or nobody coming to get their hair cut from us. No, and maybe one or two.
They do, but
y'all
they treat them bad.
One or two though.
They walking out like
we're talking about
we're talking about appointments only, sir. I'm like, you nigga, that's money, y'all.
We're talking about a commodity or something that everybody has to come to. But that's one or two here or there. We're talking about
still a point that he's trying to make too, with as far as what you're saying. You say you go to a black barbershop and a white person come in, you make them feel awkward as hell.
Yeah. So where they don't want to, make them sit for 4 hours.
That's money. Have them come in. Don't make them wait for 4 hours.
Money and future clients.
Treat them like they royalty.
Like
so
they Tyrone.
Right.
Not like they're royalty, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. You don't give them a different
I went over there to
treat them like they're the same.
But why do we do that?
Well, KK said he was watching that. We were just talking about this. He was watching that show with Killer Mike.
Did you ever see the Killer Mike stuff?
I'll tell you, I seen some of the stuff in the beginning.
So the first episode,
the Netflix deal he had.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
With how he couldn't get nothing black on,
Mm-hmm.
like he was.
Yeah, he trying to start the soda.
So what was the premise of the show? To people that
he was just seeing what he can do, as far as doing everything black on.
Right.
Cars, groceries,
right.
Clothes.
Like everybody else.
I mean, he had to ride a bike, sleep on a bench, because black people didn't own car dealerships.
Right.
And it was, I want to say it was the Muslims that had a grocery store, but
he didn't eat that shit.
He didn't like the food really. So I mean, it was
a Muslim guy.
You'd be amazed how hard it is.
It
you
would
know
be
what
hard.
I'm saying?
To spin black.
To spin black.
So
it's all people say, I spin black. It's hard.
It would be.
What day is that coming up where they're talking about July 7th, where they're talking about let's not spend none of our money with the white folks, so to speak.
Yeah. Hold your money, at least hold it.
For one day.
You don't need nothing, hold it.
Hey, I can hold it for several days.
No, you'd be surprised if everyone in this country didn't go to Nest store for one day.
Bro.
Billions.
Hundreds of millions a day.
If you didn't go to any store in one day, the market that stock would, I mean, because buy everything you need to buy on Tuesday. On Wednesday, don't buy shit.
Don't buy nothing.
Even if you overbuy on Tuesday, don't spend on one day.
Right.
This whole world would crumble. Businesses would not know what. Don't buy gas.
Right. Cigars.
Don't buy water.
Right.
Don't buy beer.
Nothing. Buy
Nothing.
zero.
Nothing.
So June 7th. So June 7th is that July 7th is the day that's supposed to go on. Now, how is that? Is it for all black businesses?
What I understand is don't spend money. Period. That's what I understand. I don't know
period.
Who organized this. This is just something I've seen on social media.
Hold on.
I don't know
It sounded like cut off. Did it unplug?
Did I unplug it?
No, I think you probably peeked out. Hold on. Say something.
Got me.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I understand it's July 7th. That's just something I've seen on social media. Can you hear me?
Hey, go ahead. Say it.
Yeah, it's just something I seen on social media. I don't know who organized this. I don't know where it comes from. But understand the effectiveness. So I don't believe in all this marching and we shall overcome and protesting for nothing either.
So when you say that, check this out. So this is what's going on out there. Since you bring up protesting and marching, so these are different cities and kind of what's going on out there. These are some of the protests, some of the demonstrations in the different cities, burning buildings, some peaceful protests, some are not so peaceful. Cops have actually been murdered and shot. Normal people have been ran over by FedEx trucks. I think someone showed me that video. So it's KK. Yeah.
Hey, that's annoying, man. They do that shit in Austin a lot, man. I'm talking about they just stand on the highway.
A lot?
Well, they protest a lot in Austin. I mean, I lived there 14 years. They protest anything.
This past year, I want to say it's been like 4 or 5 times, man.
When it's on the highway, just sitting there.
Just standing there for no goddamn reason. Like, I'm just, what are y'all doing, man?
Yeah, they protest.
Like, move. Like, I always say, if I'm that first car, it ain't gonna be good, man. Like, cause I'm very impatient, and I'm in my work truck. Like, hey, man,
I got to go.
Hey,
I got to go.
I think.
Hey, my boss said I had to deliver this shit, man. So I'm sorry.
Next we're gonna get out the street though. That protest over. Look.
So how do you feel about protests?
So I mean, I got mixed feelings on it. It's good to go out there and show your numbers, but all the tearing up for nothing, what is that gonna do? You need some economic power, bro. You need real economic power to make a change. Walking and marching, I wouldn't have marched in the 60s. I don't care what people think about it. I wouldn't have. I'm not going to be out there sweating. And what's the name? What came out of all these marches? We've been marching since the 60s. What has changed? Nothing. Your economic power is the only thing that will change things. Until people have to come and spend money with you, until you stop giving your money out as soon as you get it to different races. You look at all these other races, the Jewish, the Asians. Man, their money spins around in their neighborhood several times before it leaves because they spend money with each other.
Yeah.
When our money comes in our pocket, it's money that we didn't work for somebody else to get and been taxed on and everything else. And as soon as we get it, we ready to go to the mall, ready to go buy a car. Not everybody, but I'm just saying that's culturally
97%.
Yeah, culturally, I mean that's what we do.
Jordans.
Yeah, but and we're not even making these money off our own businesses. So we're giving these people 100% of our energy and 100% of our effort, and they're paying us what they want to pay us to make them rich.
So you don't think marches?
Nah, man, I wouldn't be marching. What you marching for? What is that? Nobody else march. Who else march? Who else you seen march? That's actually taking over their own. Their races actually has their own.
Yeah.
I could
function,
say. I can say that their situation is different from ours.
Why? Why though?
Would I march? No. Well, would I write and protest like some of those pictures that you saw? No, I wouldn't do that.
Right.
Would I march with a purpose?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, instead of marching or protesting on a Saturday where all those motherfuckers that are fucking up the government and that we need to talk to are off in the Dominion, in the suburbs, just chilling, we need to go downtown on a Tuesday doing business hours.
If you stop some of their business, they'll feel it.
And walk inside the courthouse, walk inside a legislative, the Capitol in Austin, and walk inside that bitch and do it that day.
So that's probably more effective.
That's
do that shit. Don't go out there, man.
That's the shit that we need to do.
It's always the Klan out there on them
steps. But I'm just saying. But
that's what we. But if you get,
they stay on them steps,
because all they're doing right now, like in San Antonio, all they're doing right now is just hanging out and posting self-fulfilling videos of them being.
What's going to get? What's the aftermath of this? Your economic situation is going to be the same.
You're not affecting nobody because the people.
You're not affecting anything. To me,
you're pissing us off. You're not pissing the parliament off.
Right.
You're not pissing the people that can make these. You're pissing the people off.
Right.
Whether it's another business, is just another nigga that live next door that owns some shit.
Right.
Or you're pissing off your neighbors because you're blocking off traffic. Right. But as far as the people that make these decisions,
exactly.
You're not pissing. You're not even touching them. They're just sitting up there like, there go these niggas.
I'm trying to tell you. That's it. They've been doing this shit since the 60s. Well, at least for my lifetime, I know, and what they taught us in school since the 60s. I'm sure we've been freaking we shall overcome before that. But I'm not no Negro spiritual type of dude. I'm not going to be we shall overcome. You're going to actually overcome. The only way to do that is to get your finances right and take some of your, take control of your life. Take control of your life by getting your finances and spending them with each other and helping each other start businesses. Like, man, so I ain't going to tell you what I charge for credit repair, but somebody was like, why you charge so low? And some other companies charge this much. Because it's not really about finance, just directly financing me. It's actually about teaching you because you're going to teach your kid. Hopefully you'll teach your kid and he'll be able to teach his kid how to actually, how some parts of this system work. The parts that really keep us down, which is credit for one, Because you still have people out there going to Rent-A-Center, and you still have people going to some of these other predatory companies who
those title companies.
all that predatory crap.
I never understood Rent-A-Center, man.
I'm not finna go to no Rent-A-Center and pay $30,000 for a TV.
They said, man, I went to Rent-A-Center because I was trying to buy a bunch of PlayStations and shit, right? And they had a PlayStation for rent. I think it was a $25 a month thing you did, right? Mm-hmm. And it was like $30 a month. Yeah. I was like, nigga, do people do the math on this shit?
Yeah, I'm telling you. You
like
pay $7,000 for this damn PlayStation.
$30 for 20,
by the time you pay it off,
25 months.
By the time you pay it off, PlayStation 30 be out. You still play this old console.
You just spent down there $1,500.
Nigga be having rooms full of that shit, man.
Man, I'm
that's your
telling you.
whole motherfucking check,
Every week. Then you hide and you ducking from them, but you can't never get ahead because you paying interest on this crap you got in your house.
Title companies. Those are the most dumbest shit.
Payday loans, all that shit.
Payday loans get you.
Payday loans, tear your ass up.
And something else that a lot of urban people do, nigga, get a direct deposit, get a bank account somewhere.
So they'll get a net spin or something and pay all these fees just to get their own damn
money.
Go
to HEB, charge them 3% of your motherfucking check just because you don't want to have a bank account.
Go to Ace, take $13. I'm
telling you.
Like, nigga, $13?
Then they get these little cards.
2 hours, nigga, for your job.
That's how I look at it. I look at my time versus money. So they'll get these other cards like NetSpend and some of these other cards who charge all these fees per transaction. So you buy something online, they charge you a fee for that. You pull some of your money out, they charge you a fee for that. Just to get your damn check, direct deposit, they charge you a fee for that. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. That's the basic shit.
But I think that's a good point. That's basic.
The basic shit.
It's basic, but at the
same time.
At the same time, yes. I don't think people are really educated even with direct deposits. I see so many people. Well, I'm not gonna say I see so many, but I've experienced like family members getting direct deposit, and they don't know. They're not. What is it? How would you used to balance your checkbook? Uh-huh. That old school when you know what was coming out. You know how much. You know, you got youngsters who
they ain't balancing shit. They slide their card.
They just swipe that card and just swipe, and there's no education in that, and so they can't get a bank account because every bank account end up getting closed because it's negative $4 million. Yeah. And then they got to go get one of these little cards or whatever.
But
it should be negative 100 or next check. My
I get that shit too.
$100 coming to my goddamn check.
Nigga, $58 on the next check.
Right. Hey, what's the number of human resource? Hey, can you just send me a check this time?
Right. You want to change up my whole shit now.
Hey, I ordered some shit online. I don't want to pay for it.
For real.
Nah, my shit negative, nigga.
That's the basic shit, though. I mean, learn how to.
It is basic.
It's the basic shit.
For some reason, that basic shit is not being taught.
No, I agree.
And that's, I don't know where.
I don't know how to teach you how to budget, though.
No, but see, it's more than not being taught, okay? Jay-Z said this one line, I forgot what it was, but he was talking about if I was a doctor, my cousins and my family want to be a doctor. If I was a lawyer, they'd want to be a lawyer. Yeah, I'm a rapper, they want to be a rapper.
True.
So it comes like with white people, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're doctors, they're lawyers.
Yes, every other
they have that history of that prestige in their life, you know? So their parents have dealt in stocks for their whole lives.
That's part of it.
Their parents have dealt in stocks.
It's
have
natural
dealt
to
in agriculture.
Right. So natural to
have dealt in whatever, you know? So it's like
that's part of it.
They teach down. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Naturally, though. It's not even something they go above and beyond to do. It's just something that comes natural to them.
Asians, they teach down because we
Jewish,
teach what we know. Yes. It's not that white people are teaching their kids extra shit.
Nope, that's what I'm saying.
It's they're teaching what they know. So when it comes to us, the reason why they don't know is because we're not teaching them.
Exactly. And that's why I just said. That's why when I teach somebody how to get their credit right, I don't want just your money. I want to actually give you the game, teach you that game to your child, and then it can become generational. It's just
if you think about it, most of us do the same shit our parents do. You know
exactly what we do.
I remember my mama sitting at the table just like doing bills and shit. And you stay a kid, you don't want to pay no bills.
Exactly.
Same shit I'm telling my kids.
Exactly.
I'm paying bills, you don't want to do this shit. Exactly. Like I'm not telling them how to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how to do anything extra. Right.
And then also when Didi was talking about balancing checkbooks, like everything is digital. You don't have to balance checkbooks. You remember back in the day when you wanted to go out to a bar, you meet a new lady friend and you want to take her out. The first thing you do is go to the goddamn ATM and do that balance inquiry. You remember that shit? And you understand that, and that shit would cost a transaction when we did that shit, right? So now what we do, we go to our phones, go to our app, and it shows exactly how much money we in. So when it comes to balancing your checkbook,
gives you everything. Tell you how much you spend this place and that place. And
we don't have to balance that shit. It is done. So we know how much money is on our account and how
but that's not the thing, though.
People don't even pay attention to that.
She's saying, though, these niggas going to Ace and shit, they don't got that on their phone.
They don't got shit.
But that's the point. But when it comes to direct deposit is free.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's free is because if the bank is holding on to your money, they want you to give them the money. Because once they get that money, as you know, when you deposit your check of $500, when you take that money out, you're not getting that same $500 back. That money has been flipped so many motherfucking times. So they want you to give. They'll give you free bank accounts for direct deposits. So they get money to invest and flip their shit. So when you finally come get your money out 5 days later, they done turned that 500 to at least 100,000 easy.
It helps them with their fractional reserve. They just have to hold certain reserves.
Exactly.
So they can hold 100,000 and get $1 million from the actual Federal Reserve. So
you just have to have X amount on hand.
You have to have X amount on hand. Exactly. So come deposit your money in this bank.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Gain this point 222 inches.
Yeah. Whoa.
Settle down, all in my mind. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But no, it's a big. I mean, we could talk about, and this is I'm not going to get into, but like second mortgages.
Oh yeah.
Not second mortgage, but selling mortgages.
That's what they do. That's what happened in
like,
2008.
Like, oh man, and that's why we got in that. That's another, anyway, we're not getting into that.
I'm sorry, I can go so deep on that too.
But
one day.
Yeah, one day we're gonna sit down.
We're gonna talk about all that.
Yes. But so as you're talking about, helping people and teaching down, I've been a big not advocate, but I've been a big fan of Killer Mike.
Yeah.
All right. He's been my guy. I know we've all talked about that about an hour or two ago sitting here. I fucking love Killer Mike. I love everything that he is doing. Yeah. His music is even on fucking point. That one Kill Jill song with Big Boy.
All right, check it out.
You haven't heard that Kill Jill?
I thought I still was jamming Screw with UGK.
Nigga.
Now I'm multi-dimensional.
I
ain't just a square.
I can't do it no more, dog.
You can't do what?
Screw, nigga. I put it in like, oh my God, I used to listen to this shit.
So I ain't slowed down. I'm talking about Screw.
Actual Screw.
I'm screwed. I'm not just saying slow down, crap somebody.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
Nah, Screw be mixing it up. We be all about the mixing and all that.
You ever heard this?
It's old, ain't it?
Old as shit.
Yeah, I still need to see it. I can hear it though.
This is with a Big Boy and Killer Mike and Jeezy.
Yeah, okay.
This is probably one of the dopest beats I've ever heard.
I like the intro.
I don't know what the fuck they saying.
Me neither. I like it.
You heard this shit before, right? Did he?
To the flow though. You already know.
Yeah, never heard this before.
I like it though. I'm getting the car jam, I'll tell you that.
I'm repping as on photo with a fofo on your brodo.
Anyway.
Asian girl in the
I like
back
that.
going hard.
You need to look that up.
I get the car for the jam, man. They don't have subwoofers going on.
No,
I like that.
hey, that Kill Jill,
I like
Kill
that.
Jill
That sounds
jam.
nice.
My
Have
daughter,
subs going.
I play that bitch. My daughter like that. She done
Yeah,
You sound
boy.
like you a devil worshiper. Shut your ass up over there, nigga. Catholic choir back here.
Oh, Blair Witch Project. And shit. You hit that note, not at all. You can sing though, for real.
Yeah.
But so the thing is that Killer Mike has been doing a lot of big things, a little bit advocacies in the black community. And Killer Mike, if you don't know, he's from Atlanta. He is bred and born. He is Mr. Atlanta, Georgia. So he is all about that. Yeah. He was in the Dungeon Squad. Wasn't he part of the Dungeon Squad?
Dungeon Family. Yeah, he part of
the Dungeon Family with Big Boy,
Outkast, Organized Noise, all them,
Gip and all them and shit. So
they all got that kind of that core to them. They all have that.
CeeLo and all them. So he's been big into the black family and the black
for a minute.
The black anything, right?
Yeah.
And him and T.I. So Killer Mike has said something. So this is kind of what this whole week has been about. And this is kind of what Killer Mike said about that.
Mad as hell. I woke up wanting to see the world burn down yesterday because I'm tired of seeing black men die. He casually put his knee on a human being's neck for 9 minutes as he died like a zebra in the clutch of a lion's jaw. And we watch it like murder porn over and over again. So that's why children are burning to the ground. They don't know what else to do. And it is the responsibility of us to make this better. Right now, we don't want to see one officer charged. We want to see 4 officers prosecuted and sentenced. We don't want to see targets burning. We want to see the system that sets up for systemic racism burnt to the ground.
So as he's talking about right there, Killer Mike is bringing in and speaking on the George Floyd murder, right? So that happened, like I said, about a week ago. If y'all are just tuning in, that was Killer Mike going over the George Floyd murder and how just the injustice that has been happening. Now, in my opinion, I know this is bigger than George Floyd. This has shit to do with George Floyd. Okay, he was just.
He's kind of like the callous.
He's just what do you call it? The what do you call it? The Photoshop, the figurehead, the poster boy, the poster child. He's just a poster child right now of this shit, right? So this is bigger than him because we're not mad. Minneapolis isn't mad about George Floyd. Who was that other dude that got shot with his baby and his girlfriend in the car?
It was in Minneapolis.
It
was in Minneapolis.
About a year ago, on Facebook Live, I think it was.
Shot him on Facebook Live.
He got pulled over, and the Asian cop looked like the nigga, the Asian cop.
Right?
No, the Asian cop.
It was a couple in the car that got pulled over, and he said he was gun on him, and he
Philando Castro.
That's his name.
Thanks, Bree.
Yeah.
So much of it goes
Castillo,
on, man.
Philando Castillo.
So much of it goes on. It's just like.
But this is in Minneapolis.
But we so desensitized to this stuff. So much of it's going on. It's just. One happens, we forget. One happens. I think this is the head right now. This didn't happen again, and now George Floyd is the head. It's finally popped.
Well, remember the whole thing in Fredericksburg, and I'll let you get back to the story. Remember the thing in Fredericksburg with Mike Brown, and people were thinking they were mad at Mike Brown. That community was going through shit in Fredericksburg.
St. Louis?
Fredericksburg is where it was at. Wasn't it Fredericksburg? Outside of St. Louis?
Outside of St. Louis, but it's not Fredericksburg. I can't remember the name.
Well, wherever it was at, they've been going through shit with the police for quite some time, right? So then when the Mike Brown situation happened,
they lost it.
We're at the point of fuck y'all, we don't want no whatever.
That's what this
Minnesota, shit was going on for so long with the PD, and I believe this officer has had several incidences. This is just the last one, but he was actually in trouble for shootings and different things.
He shot somebody at a domestic violence call. He shot somebody.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So he was going through a bunch of bullshit, and he was still on the force, and then this shit happened. And then, of course, when you have that Philando Castillo shit that happened, I mean, they're at the point of like, we're blowing the fuck up. Yeah. So what they're doing in their city, I understand everything they're doing. The protest in LA and the burning shit down in DC, like, I don't get it. It's just like one of those, let's do it. But as he said, we're not teaching down. You know, they don't know what the fuck to do. And he also gave us something else. So listen to what he said here.
What I can tell you is that if you sit in your homes tonight, instead of burning your home to the ground, you will have time to properly plot, plan, strategize, and organize and mobilize in an effective way. And two of the most effective ways is first taking your butt to the computer and making sure you fill out your census so that people know who you are and where you are. The next thing is making sure you exercise your political bully power and going to local elections and beating up the politicians that you don't like. You got a prosecutor sent your partner to jail and you know it was bullshit, put a new prosecutor in there. Now's your election to do it. You want a different senator that's more progressive, that promotes marijuana through, now is the time to do that. But it is not time to burn down your own home.
It's not time to
burn down. That shit hurt him,
so many people focus on these national elections and what Biden gonna do. I agree with him wholeheartedly. You focus on your local elections, things you can change. And that becomes, as a collective, that becomes national. If you focus on your city, I focus on my city, they focus on their city, and you start making change like that, that's where the change comes. It doesn't come with voting for Biden or Trump.
And that's just right now. I mean, that election time is coming up, I think, in June. Yeah. And that census, have you did your census, D.D.?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we did.
Have you did yours?
Yeah.
I have not done mine. So I'm the one that is like, you know, I'm sorry, I'm fucking up, but I have not done my census, but I will get on doing. I think it's a deadline already. But anyway, I need to get mine done. I haven't done it. So I'm part of the problem. But the cool thing about what he's saying is that, guys, like this protest, like you said, you made a valuable point. Like, you don't fucking protest. And I don't mind the protest. I just need my protest to be for something specific. I'm not going out there with a bunch of people hanging out just to show face that we're here. Because the people that need to see that we're here aren't there.
And they don't give a damn.
They're not there. They don't care. That's what I'm saying. We need to go to City Hall on a motherfucking Monday through Friday between 8 and 5, walk up them goddamn stairs and fill them courtrooms with us. And make them kick us out. Make them understand that we're pissed off, that we need shit to be changed. And we need to figure out who is in offices that we don't like.
Exactly. Find their history. So I think, this is my thing too. So all the comedians and the breakfast clubs and all the syndicated shows that cater to black people, I think they miseducate us also. I mean, you used to people like D.L. Hughley. People like him because he's political, but what is he really teaching you? He's talking about you cannot vote. Go vote for Joe Biden because you got to get Trump out of office. what is Joe Biden going to do for you that Trump ain't did to you? A president hasn't changed my life. This is real honesty. Barack Obama's the only one that messed up my life because of the health care package that actually gave me a damn tax penalty because I didn't want health care. Other than that, I have not seen my life change unless I changed it.
Yeah.
First and foremost. Now, this local shit will fuck with you. The DA, the damn, the mayor, the city council. Those are people who fuck with you daily.
The fucking police chief.
The police chief, exactly.
But people also don't understand that when it comes to church and state, not church and state. When it comes to federal and state laws, there are things that federal law cannot fucking do, which is what the president is over.
And which was this,
when it comes to state inside your city, and when it comes inside, and there's shit that when it comes inside your city, the state really won't fuck with. They'll be like, nah, y'all handle that shit.
Right.
There's some places in Converse right now that they're just getting trash pickup. I think in Sunrise, I think
in Camelot too is like that.
Camelot, there you go.
Man, that shit looked like a third world for a while,
They
man.
do not.
It did, man. That shit was bad.
They don't pick up
Because
city trash.
they're not incorporated. So all cities are incorporated. I don't know if people know that. But if you look at any city, it's incorporated. It has stocks in other companies. I looked up San Antonio stock. They got stock in fucking Florida orange juice.
Yeah.
They just like everybody else. They are incorporated. They are a business. This is why you have citations. This is why they have to generate revenue. So Camelot 2 is an unincorporated area.
Yeah.
This is exactly why they didn't get that
But
trash
that shit
picked up.
You know,
I
did
took
you
one
know
of my
that?
son's basketball teammates home. I
exactly
dropped
why.
it like, God
Yeah, they had
damn.
no trash.
But did you know they have no city trash in that?
I didn't know that.
because
They
a lot
don't
of this
have
shit-
city
So a
trash.
lot of the city, no. So a lot of these trash companies are not city anymore. They're privatized. You look at
Most of them, all of them
they're
are
all
private.
privatized. Shit, so much privatized shit now, but they are privatized. So nobody's gonna pay that bill for them.
Yeah.
And nobody went out there and actually established a contract with Camelot 2.
You think Camelot 2 got an HOA manager
They
or
don't-
an
hell no.
HOA or something
Hell,
like
I
that?
grew up out there. I grew up in the
Here's
Glen.
the
Hell
thing.
no.
But if you want shit like that to change, that's not Trump. That's not
That's not-
fucking
it's not the
Biden.
president.
That's your city.
Exactly.
And then so I went to
that's your representative, your district representative.
K.R. Carpenter, an ex-football player when I played at Texas State. He was receiver, the fastest white boy, probably the fastest person in life. He jogged the 4.2. He's from I forget. He went to Shirts. If y'all played sports, track anything in this area back in
Shirts.
2000,
Clemens or what?
Clemens, I think he went to. And if you did sports or anything back then, you know what K.R. Carpenter is. Look, cute little old white boy. He
Hey, don't
got
ever say that shit.
Yeah,
Is he cute?
He be getting him. He be
This
getting him.
nigga here, man.
KR be getting him.
Well, that was
But
a
I don't know his
terrible
like,
adjective.
but he's
For another man, nigga.
but
I'm a boy.
Damn
Damn it, I am a boy.
but he's a cool cat. But he took me to the commissioner's court, and what that is, that's when we had I guess the city is broken up into 5 different districts. And then you had each, I guess, the Nelson Wolf and his son, and then you had like the other guys. And there's one black guy who reminds me of Barack Obama. He has the same demeanor as Barack, and he's on one of the commissioners. And he's the one.
He's in that area.
He's the one over. He's the
one.
one over Camelot area.
Yeah.
He's the one that's trying to get them trash cans, so to speak. But
That's
if
crazy.
we walked into that goddamn commissioner's court with this same attitude, and we need to get shit changed. These are the guys we need to talk to.
Exactly.
These are the guys that need to hear us, not see about it or hear it on YouTube or
Right.
get emails from the police chief. Hey, there was a peaceful protest. Everything went good.
Yeah,
Or hey, some shit burnt down. Like, that's not when they need to hear it through emails. They need to see what the fuck we're doing. We need to know who Nelson Wolf is.
Right.
And we need his, and he's been there forever.
Right.
And they're voting for him off of a straight name.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we're not voting for him.
Yeah, we
His
see names.
constituency is, but we're not really voting for him.
Yeah.
They just voting full Republican ticket, or they vote full Democratic
Ticket.
And all they're really doing is voting for what's at the top.
I voted a full Democratic ticket.
I have before.
And I have no idea who none of the
Exactly.
motherfuckers were that I was voting
Right.
for. But just to make that shit quick,
Yep.
I got my sticker, put it on my
Yep,
on my
and put it
chest,
on Facebook.
and took a picture,
Put it
nigga,
on
said I
Facebook.
voted.
That's what
And did I
everybody
make a
does.
change that day? No, it's not about going to the polls. It's
Right.
about going to the polls properly.
Right.
And we're not doing that.
Right.
No.
Or being educated on that, because you got people like
That's
Puffy
another
and all these
thing.
other people who are up here who people actually believe.
But they're
only
not telling
it-
us
the
shit.
That's what I'm saying. They're not telling us shit.
They're only telling you to go and
Go
vote,
vote.
when it's time for
A
the
president.
presidential.
Yes, they don't know
vote.
about the 2 years
But
legislative
they're
vote.
not telling you to vote for the. They're not having you vote for the one that actually is going
Right.
to affect you where you're at in your community.
Right.
And it's deeper than that because they're not.
But
doing
they
that.
know that,
Right.
they run a culture that we all look up to. So they
Exactly.
know.
Those are our advocates, pretty much. Those
if
are
we-
our people.
Puffy, we need you to tell your people to vote. Go tell them to vote.
Go vote Democratic.
Well, see-
finally.
He's telling them to go, but
Well,
he's
see,
not
what it
saying
is-
what he really need to say.
Well,
which
what it is, as you're saying, to touch on what you're saying to make it deeper, Puffy needs to say what he's saying, but Puffy needs to keep his ass into New York,
Yeah.
into New York, local shit, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when Puffy is telling people to vote, Puffy does not need to tell me to vote because Puffy has no idea what the fuck Texas is doing.
Right.
Exactly.
Puffy needs to stay his ass in New York and be like, hey, New York, we're in the boroughs.
Right.
This is who's
New
running.
York City at that.
Yeah. This is who's doing good. This is who's doing bad.
Right.
I have an interview with this
Right.
individual with blase, and that's this mayor, this Senate needs to get the fuck out of here. Giuliani, whoever the fuck is there now,
Yeah, I
whatever.
forgot that guy. I don't
There's
pay
another
attention.
guy. I know
Some guy.
someone after him, but Giuliani's probably on his way to jail if not.
Yeah.
He's Mr. Trump's fall guy actually.
Yeah.
He's the next man down the list. But anyway, so when it comes to shit like that, that's kind of what it is. We need someone in San Antonio, whether it's fucking Kali.
Whatever, I don't know
or who, he's
Whoever,
he's a big rapper, I guess, out
Oh,
here.
okay.
Whomever it
Oh,
is.
I heard him.
We need one of those guys in San Antonio, whether it's Hamburger from the radio station or whoever the
Yeah,
fuck
somebody
it
to
is.
be an advocate to actually
They need
break
to
it
sit
down.
here and let us know in the city. I mean, shit, maybe we need to do this shit.
I agree. No,
I know
Let Brandon
Nika-
do it, nigga. That nigga.
Let Brandon. I know
Brandon
Nika-
is a motherfucking mayor for real.
Shit.
Well,
I say I get some
Logan.
money, but that's about
Logan.
it.
Brandon Logan.
Oh, Brandon
I
Logan.
was
From
about to
every
say,
jail,
yeah,
like
no,
that.
Brandon,
Oh, that's
okay.
somebody special.
I was about to say,
Brandon
I ain't
is
so y'all
dope.
do nothing political.
Oh, no.
I say I get some money. That's about it.
Nah, you know Brandon Logan. Brandon, he
Nah,
went
he
to
young.
Grambling. He's an Omega. He went to Grambling.
No, he's like the head of San Antonio Rotary. I mean, he got some titles behind him.
No,
Man. And
Brandon.
he young.
I grew up.
Okay,
With, I
need to
grew
look
up
him
with his
then. I
sister.
need to check
He
it out.
young.
Brandon Logan's a good guy, light skinned dude. He's he went to Brandon. He went to Madison, but where did he go? College, Grambling, right?
Grambling, went to Grambling.
Grambling. He's Omega out there.
I thought that
he-
little light skinned dude.
Yeah, he
yes.
is.
Is he a representative? What is he out
But
here?
he's a little light skinned dude that they found downtown drunk.
Nah, that was the dude with the bow ties.
Yeah, he always
know
wore
that.
bow
No,
tie.
Oh, none of these dudes.
Not him.
I don't
What
know
was
who
that
you're
dude
talking
name?
about.
Warwick. His name was Warwick.
Oh,
Not
okay,
him.
never mind.
He was some kind of councilman too or something.
But Brandon, I think he does a lot of shit though.
Man, he does a
But
lot.
someone like that, I mean, just anybody like Nika, she does a lot of
Yeah.
stuff talking to people.
Yeah,
And-
She
yeah,
got
yeah,
connections
yeah, I know
with
her.
everybody.
But the
She
funny
does.
thing is, as much as she talks and she does her shit, I don't think people are really listening like they need to. But
I
I don't think it's
They're
I
not.
She be
don't
all in the
think it's
city
a
council
fault.
meetings and
She-
shit.
yeah.
Which is very
They're
important
not.
right there to know your ass.
She-
I don't
the
think-
mayor is at her station
Yeah,
once a
she's
month.
very, she's.
But
She does some
and
good
that's
stuff.
The thing. People are not watching. They're not listening. They're not even paying attention.
At all.
And I see that because when she goes live and she's talking about all
a few
this stuff,
people.
you got a few people who are watching. People
My-
kind of like what we're doing
my
now.
point
you get
exactly.
A couple of people who will like look. You can get 300 views, but ain't nobody listening.
Right.
Especially when she's got the mayor there.
Right. Or
whoever
she
it
went to
is.
the city
So
council.
if it
meeting.
wasn't,
you didn't go there,
if
so.
it wasn't the hub Nika, if it was Susan, I mean that should be
Popping.
popping.
Because her constituency listens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
The difference. Her constituency gonna listen. But-
And we've talked about Nika's situation.
Yeah.
And she does so fucking much.
yeah, she does.
And
She does.
I don't
and
think
she'll-
people-
A lot
I
of
don't think
effort, man.
she get
She put a
enough
lot of effort.
love
She
for
does
what
not.
she
for
does.
what she do.
Yeah, for her
I
effort,
think
man.
she
For her
does. She
effort
do a
alone.
lot, man.
And,
Yeah.
and it's from her heart.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's from it's not for money.
ain't
It
like
don't like
she-
it's for money. It don't like it's for nothing else.
She
It's just genuine.
really fucking cares.
I agree.
And I think in her life, she's probably turned down some pretty good opportunities
to
Be a puppet.
just to shit that could have made her
Advanced
successful
her,
and
yeah.
advance her,
Well,
just help us.
She wanted
Yeah,
to do
just,
this.
that's what I'm saying.
I know you're not saying nothing in a bad
That's what
way,
I'm saying, yeah.
but she turned down some pretty good opportunities.
Yeah,
I don't
just
know
to
for
be-
sure,
just
but
to
I
do stuff
know
from
she
her
had
heart.
to.
Well, I think she's even kind of said some things before where she was like, I don't know it verbatim, but it almost sounded like, she was trying to say, if I went to another city, I would have ears.
Yeah.
If she went to Houston,
Yeah.
Dallas, Austin,
Yeah.
Atlanta,
Yeah.
Austin by itself,
Austin
Nika
by
is
itself
definitely
just-
Austin.
Yeah.
She
I agree.
is
Robin,
for
that-
everybody.
I think
Yeah.
she's too advanced for this city. A lot of people are
Way,
But this,
way.
city,
I'll be honest with you.
but this city is also way under. So I mean,
For many reasons. For many reasons.
Yeah,
For many
it's
reasons.
very,
Piss some people
very under.
Yeah,
No,
hey, it's
we're
the truth.
not.
It's the truth.
Nah,
No,
People
we're
know
not.
San
It's the
Antonio.
Well, then you
Slow.
move to Austin.
It's the truth.
Or
We-
Houston, if that's
we-
where you
We
wanna
eat
go.
wing slow down here,
Yeah,
man.
it's
We
true.
little bus
First
slow
thing
down
they
here,
do-
man.
Whoever
Say,
gets mad that they need need to travel and go see something else first, and then come back and be like, oh shit, you know what? They really don't have this going on.
Man, I was in Dallas for 6 months last year. I said, I'm never coming back to San
I'm telling
Antonio.
you, man.
I told you, I get y'all shit and me moving, man. I was like,
The average shit down there is extraordinary down here.
no, we even.
I agree.
Pack your shit up.
And
Let's go.
I was the person like, fuck that, I ain't never leave San Antonio.
Right, till you leave this one.
And I let them up. I was like, God
Yeah.
damn.
And all you did
What was I
go
doing
that
for 20
way.
years?
I was out of here for 14 years and came back, and I'm
Ain't
like,
that
damn.
far.
Yeah.
Totally
No, Austin, I would move. I would
I
move
was
to
in
Austin. I'd move like Round Rock.
I was in Pflugerville.
Yeah, I
I
would
was
move to
outside of-
Austin.
I was
But
outside.
Austin is fucking dope.
It is dope.
Austin is dope.
You're going to
and-
find your clan there.
And the thing I like about Austin though, so not out there.
Yeah.
Not so much.
No, they out there deep.
Well, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
But they're out there in like the
Yanders,
West
the
Lakes
damn,
and all this
yeah.
shit.
No,
you
I'm
know?
saying they out there because I have a downtown stores, restaurants downtown. Like,
Yeah.
I swear, once a month maybe, they own the Capitol. I mean,
Oh yeah, I always had their little
But-
rallies and
oh,
shit.
yeah,
But as far as like small
I've
businesses,
never
man, the small
seen
business
it.
climate out there is just so.
Yeah.
Man, I support you, you support me, and it's natural. You know what I mean? At this point, it's like it's so natural.
But it's big hippie area, so they're very
Yeah,
like
Yeah, they are.
it is.
They are.
we love
They're
each
very
other.
California.
it is very.
But the thing about Austin that I also like is that it's San Antonio. I don't know if anyone, we're in San Antonio, if y'all listening, not from here. Everything is very segregated in San Antonio.
Yes.
I don't think there's train tracks and railroads or same thing, and highways that kind of tell you where you can be at. That's San Antonio. We have a black side of town, we have a white side of town, which is everywhere else, and then we have the Mexicans on one side of town.
Yeah.
And then the niggas basically sprinkle if you're trying to move out.
Kind of what
Anyway,
they're doing everywhere.
so that's San Antonio. When I tell people that, like when I was in New York or when I was in like other places, hey, where's the black people hang out at? They're like, what you mean? Like they don't have shit like that.
Yeah.
Now the most they'll have, like in New York, they'll have like, oh well, black people live on this block,
Yeah.
and on that block the Italians.
Yeah.
But as far as like just
Side
one
of
side of town, like oh niggas is just in
It's
the
all
Bronx.
walking
Yeah.
down.
Everywhere.
Nigga, I went to Brooklyn thinking I was gonna be in the most hoodest spot ever. Nigga, I was
Right.
out there. Nigga, I went to the Barclay. Nigga, I was like, this is nice.
Right.
Like they just
Jogging,
fucking cleaned the
walking dogs and
streets. All them black folks that you see on
That's all the
TV are
gentrification,
not
though.
there.
That's the gentrification.
Yeah,
that's
that's
after
what it
being
is.
gentrified, which
But
they're
I
doing
heard-
everywhere.
They're doing it everywhere. But
Austin
but
here
it's
now.
it's different. Now I went to Queens. That was a different story.
It's still
Queens was
different
different.
because I don't know when they started that, but I know New York was my territory, like in the early 2000s.
But it wasn't gentrified yet.
I don't know, but it was still.
Well, it's different now. It's
was-
it's Becky's all over
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
You go to
Oh,
East Austin.
really?
You go to
Oh,
East,
it's
go to East
nice.
Austin now. So I actually
You
watch
like
the East
that.
Austin gentrification. You go to East Austin now. They walking dogs. They running all that night. Ain't no more 12th and Chacon. Ain't no more that dope dude on the corner. Ain't no more hanging out.
What
East
part of
Austin.
East Austin?
Oh, East Austin. Go to East
East
Austin today.
Riverside over
Go,
there?
No,
Oh,
go,
Riverside.
On the
I thought
right.
that was south.
No, that's like Southeast. Go to 7th Street, from 7th Street all the way to freaking MLK to Maynard Road. Go all the way
Okay.
up there.
Yeah.
Well,
It's all white now. It's all what do you call those hipster type dudes.
So over there
This
is
house is this big out there.
no.
$300,000.
Yeah,
more than that.
Yeah, no
More
more
than
than
that.
that. That's the
man.
average house. Yeah.
Go
They
to
starting at
that
5K.
everything is not gentrified. It's gentrified,
Oh, it's gentrified like
but
well.
everything is mixed. Like I was in this apartment complex over off MLK.
Yeah.
And it was
That's
crazy.
because it's low income
It
problem.
was right by the. I guess they have like a little train station.
Yeah,
that
right there on
went through
MLK.
that
What are you
area.
talking about? Right there.
So-
on
Oh,
the train tracks.
So-
Past the little cemetery.
I know
right
exactly what
there.
you're talking
Yeah.
about.
So it's
Yeah.
crazy because I'm in there. You have white people,
Yeah.
black people, Indians.
That's those low income,
Like in every, but it was like the whole area I was at. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy because it's like San Antonio. You have everybody is in its own area.
Yeah,
In
you know,
Austin,
you
everyone is
don't-
with everybody.
Yeah.
It's not
I
necessarily.
think that's why I'm
one
saying you
side,
can go
one
down there and
side.
find your clan. You go down there and find what you fit into. I don't care
I
what
like
you're into.
Austin.
Me
I
too.
like
I loved
Austin.
it. I loved it because of the
It's just
business
too
climate.
crowded, man.
So how was it going out? So down here again, going out down here, everyone's clicky. So when everyone's out there with their own group, try to holler at another group or say what's
Yeah.
up, they're like, you
It-
know what I
it
mean?
seems like that.
It's like that in Austin. Everyone's just
No,
like,
I think all the classes mix. So you have different spots. You have East 6, West 6. You have the Warehouse District. You have 5th Street. So you have different spots. You just go find your spot. Me personally, I'm gonna go find my spot anywhere I go. That's personally, but you don't see. I guess you do see kind of your cliques down there too, because all the young kind of cats hang on like 6th Street. And you go to like West 6. It's kind of people with a little
West
more
6
money.
nice.
Yeah, it's nice. That's why I like to go.
Sorry.
I love the
Don't
West
nobody
Side.
know about
I
West
love to go to
Six.
West
I
Six.
love the West
Warehouse
Side
District. I like to go to
Yeah.
I'm trying to do business with everybody I talk to. I mean,
Yeah.
everything come out my mouth is usually business, even if it's casual. I like to talk to people who actually,
I think
might
it's
have
just
something going
it's
on.
a good mix.
It's a good mix.
really
It's a
good
better mix, I'll tell you that.
not-
It's a better mix.
You're not going to be able to go down there and say, I want to go hang out with black people.
Yeah.
You don't have to go out there.
Unless you go into a hole in the wall or something.
Right.
I think everybody
exactly.
got those
You
type
go
of things.
to- yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as like the locations and areas that y'all are talking about, it's a strong mix. And when the last few times
Domain
that
area
I
down.
went to Austin, it was actually mixed as an age. Like it was
What you got,
Older.
Domain or
21
something?
and older. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like
Yeah,
21
I
and
see that
older.
out
Well,
there.
that and then what was it, the 7th Street and all of that?
Oh,
We
okay,
started
yeah.
wandering around there.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like, 21 and up, it's a bunch of kids. It was 21 and up, 25-year-old, 30, 40, 50. You see some old people up in there. It was just such a mixed crowd to where you felt you fit in. Like you was like, we staying here. This cool.
They always
And
got
the
stuff
DJ
popping. Yeah, they always got
on
stuff popping
point.
too. That's the
They
difference.
didn't just play one, type of music. They didn't just play, rock or hip hop or R&B or whatever. They played all from old to new,
Everything.
80s, 90s.
So the crowd could feel it.
And it's all age groups. So from the 21-year-old, they playing new music to someone like me who likes Kid and Play or some shit.
It ain't
It's
even
like,
the music though with Austin. It's locations. Like here, if you want to go somewhere, I gotta go. Where do you say to go get dressed? I don't want to go out there. I don't want to get dressed. It's around
Yeah.
45 minutes
I
to go
agree.
to a bar.
I agree.
Like,
I agree with that.
Austin is everywhere, huh?
everywhere,
It's
man.
closer,
Yeah,
and you could just throw on clothes there.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta.
it.
And walk in.
Cause
and
you
be
know,
like,
San Antonio, you gotta be cast and clean to get inside. Come in my cast and clothes, come in this motherfucker. I'm trying to have fun, dog.
Right,
Like, shit,
right.
not dying this bitch. Like, damn.
I was denied to go into a club because my shirt was too baggy.
It's terrible.
My
Your
shirt.
shirt was baggy.
My shirt.
1990.
Cause
You had on a what they want you to do?
no, cause black designers. I think had like a
Nigga, you
Sean
need to go
John.
gain weight.
No,
Nigga,
you
come
know,
back.
Oh,
black.
it's too long. It's long.
Yeah, you know, black designers. The sleeves always go below,
Yeah.
like to the elbow
Yeah.
at least, if
Yeah,
not below.
Rockaware type shit.
Rockaware shit like
Yeah.
that. White designers, their shit. Their
they
sleeves
want to show their
is
bicep
right.
and
Their
shit.
sleeves is right here. But black designers, they're like shorts. Black designers, their shorts are at least to the knees or below.
Yeah.
Well, white people, they shit showing their little thighs and shit.
I got on some of them
Showing
Carlton
the
banks
inner-
right
yeah,
now.
exactly. So I had a shirt. I think it was Sean John, or it was
Carlton Banks shorts.
It was a Sean John shirt. Maybe like
Exactly.
Nietzsche. You remember?
Yeah, I
the
remember
Nietzsche
that. I
shorts?
remember that.
And that shit was like a regular shirt, and they said my shit was too baggy and I couldn't get in that bitch.
Damn, I never heard of a baggy
I
shirt, but
was
I know what you
Broadway.
said as
You
you
tied it up
explained.
in a knot in the
Now you
front.
gotta do something with the sleeves. You gotta roll them up.
So I mean, fuck that. At that point, I was a nigga, and he had like a George shirt on. The guy that was bouncing had like a George, Walmart brand
Yeah.
shirt.
Oh
And
yeah.
at that time, I was feeling, I was making money. Nigga, I was like, nigga, I'll buy you a motherfucking shirt, nigga.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
getting a little cheap ass George shirt. Nigga, my shirt cost your whole outfit, nigga. So I was on that shit.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I definitely
That's why
didn't
you
get in.
couldn't get in, nigga. With
No.
your shirt, nigga.
No,
Then
after
it's
that,
something
I
shit on his
definitely.
Walmart shirt.
Yeah, after that, I definitely was gonna get in after that.
Shirt
But
too baggy.
I was in Broadway. I was in Stone Oak at one time at this one place. I was at by Grottos where Grottos across. Anyway, but they wouldn't let me in like that neither. And it was just one of those things to where it's crazy in San Antonio, but Austin.
Yeah.
So it's very diverse. I love
It
Austin.
is very
So when it
diverse.
comes to like relationships with other people, right?
Yeah.
Of other colors,
Yeah.
right? So how is that really a thing? I'm a black man, so I
So-
know how it is.
So to me, like I said, the small business climate is so intertwined and so welcoming down there that you really don't feel the racism as much. Now, Austin has its splits too, because you ain't going to West Austin, you ain't going to Westlake, you ain't going to up in them hills and off 360, you ain't just riding over there.
Travis.
Yeah, and you can go to Pflugerville, Round Rock. I mean, there's enough people making money that can live out there, but you ain't going out there to the $1 million homes. You ain't got no business out there. What you going over there for anyway? So
Karen,
you know,
sir.
Even
Yeah,
I
Karen
got
hit you.
pulled over in my bread truck coming from Barton Springs.
yes, you in that area.
I
You
hit
in
the
that
back. I
360.
hit
Yeah,
the
you in
back
that area.
through Rolling Wood, and I was
Yep,
going
you
through
in that area. You off
through
360.
BK.
Yeah, you in that
Dude,
area.
like,
nigga.
what are you doing? Like, you don't see
Yeah.
motherfucking logo on my
I'm trying
truck?
to tell you.
I'm going to Chick-fil-A. Like, well, you need to go. Don't drive this truck through this neighborhood. I was like, bro, you for real?
Oh, yeah,
That
without the
motherfucker
sign.
dead serious.
You
I had
ain't
to go
got no
all the way
sign,
around
nothing.
Mopac.
Yep, I believe it.
I'm like, bro, I
It's
can't
serious
cut
out
through it. It's
Yeah, that's
terrible.
where the money is, man.
I
out
was like,
there,
bro, these
man.
motherfuckers crazy in
Yeah.
Westlake, man. Westlake
So-
and Travis, man.
so that's the only
Well,
place you really don't go in
remember
Austin.
Westlake. Their slogan was "We're white, we're rich, we're Westlake."
I believe it.
Nah,
Never heard it,
the
but I believe
football
it.
shit.
I never. So
when Drew Brees, because Drew
let me
Brees
tell you
played over
something.
there.
I'll tell you something
Google
about
that
the,
shit.
So my
They
kids,
like to have them young athletes.
man, my
instead of
kids
young
played
black
football,
athletes
Pop
over
Warner,
there.
and they would have to play Westlake. Of course, they
Hanging
play
out.
at the Westlake field. These motherfuckers got about 8, 9 coaches over here. They got a tight end coach. They got in Pop Warner. They running plays like you can't believe in Pop Warner.
No, they ready.
They ready. That's what I'm
They're
saying.
rich.
That's the difference.
They're white. They're Westlake.
Yeah, that Westlake.
You do not belong out there.
No.
Hey,
No.
Now,
they let you know.
there might be a real light skinned dude out there who,
I wish I could.
That
I wish I
embarrass
can show
somebody.
this shit. Google this shit. We're
Westlake.
rich. We're
I believe that. I've never heard it, but I
that
believe
was
it.
their slogan. They had this on sign.
Travis, there's more money in Travis, right?
Westlake with the money.
Westlake got more money?
Westlake got money, but Westlake where it's at, though. That's what
okay.
Westlake is on the hill with
it's on the hill.
with a river going through there.
And Lake Travis got money, too. Don't get it too. Ain't too many brothers out there either.
Yeah.
So, so not just in Austin, but like just, like KK had a really good interaction with some white folks today, which is kind of subpar to what he's normally used to.
Right.
And so like
they turn their nose up at you when you speak. You know,
that shit temporary. That's temporary while this shit is in the news.
So
it's just like them arresting that cop. They trying to pacify the situation. I mean, even at their level, they're still trying to, walk past you without hitting you with their shoulder. It's temporary.
Who said that shit? It was about racism. I think it was Will Smith. He said something along the lines to where he was saying that race, and this is just talking about relationships with different races, right? He was saying that racism hasn't gotten better; it's just gotten recorded.
Yeah.
And it's funny because people will sit here and say that racism is the worst it's been in I don't know how many years. I'm like, niggas, no, it's not. It's pretty mild right now. If you get somebody,
We just ain't got flip phones no more.
Yeah, they ain't lynching motherfuckers.
You ain't got a prime code. You ain't got a prime code phone in your pocket.
If you had somebody from the 50s come right now and see what's going to run.
Y'all soft, nigga. Y'all some soft
I'm trying to
ass.
tell you.
Soft ass grandkids, man. Man, grandpa, them on pool. Shut your soft ass up.
Right. They ain't lynching motherfuckers on the trees and shit. It's bad, but it ain't that bad.
They just killed 4 niggas this month.
Right. Yeah, for real.
How many of your friends got lynched, nigga? It's different.
It is.
Oh, you ever had a cross burnt in your house? Had brickstones through shit?
Yeah, for real. Molotov cocktails and shit.
I mean,
churches burned with kids.
Oh, man.
You can all list Tulsa, Oklahoma. The list goes on and on.
Oklahoma was a bad deal. We're not gonna talk about that.
It goes on and on.
That was that Black Wall Street shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
exactly.
a bad deal.
And that's some shit that needs to be taught in Black history. We should just be learning about no damn MLK and damn Rosa Parks.
They need to teach Malcolm X in the motherfucking books.
I started listening to them too. Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey. There's so many motherfuckers. They finna teach you who the hell really did something for them. They gonna put that poster child like, I don't give a damn what people say, Martin Luther King in front of you. That's what they're gonna put in front of you. Most people don't even know the history of civil rights. All they know is Martin Luther King marched and Rosa Parks sat down. They don't know the people behind Martin Luther King. They don't know nothing about Barry Rustin. They don't know nothing about the people who actually were behind that nonviolent bullshit. You finna hit me with no water hose. Shit. You ain't finna sit no dog on me, bro. No,
that nigga is not turning the cheek,
man. Exactly. You teach that bullshit, man. Motherfucker get hit with water hoses. Motherfucker.
Nigga, fucking sit in there. I'm gonna bust
hey,
all
y'all. I'm not gonna go to your restaurant and let you spit on me. Fuck your food.
Why you taking that top button off?
I'm trying to tell you.
And nigga say, fuck all that marching.
Fuck that marching. Fuck your restaurant. You gonna be spitting on me. Just gonna eat your shit. You gonna spend my money on your shit?
Hey, like KK, they gonna walk in that bitch with some goddamn chucks on.
I'm trying to tell you.
I know what this is about to happen.
Fuck your toilet. Fuck your fountain. I build my own shit. Fuck your damn water fountain.
But no, it's funny because that's what people really think that racism is a mild. It's worse now than it was then. And when people say that and like white people, no, it doesn't make sense. And you can read our bullshit ass history books that they teach maybe 2% of what has really happened, and you can tell that, oh, this shit is not that bad, really.
Yeah, like that shit. Page 3. Come back tomorrow. We on page 300. That shit gone.
And then when it comes to like shit, like
even on the level of college level, it's still bad. Those books ain't shit. Black American history in college still ain't shit. They don't really tell you nothing.
Unless you do a Black African American history class, which is that's something that's actually they're offering in high school classes now.
How deep do they go though?
Listen, they're offering it.
Oh.
No, listen.
They got to go deep.
No, listen. Listen. And that's all. They're offering it. And I remember I heard about they're talking about this on. I forgot where it was at. I'm not making this shit up. Y'all can Google this shit. But they're actually offering in some high school courses, and of course they've been offering it in college courses.
Right. Yeah.
And you have Susie teaching the class.
Exactly.
But
the book is written by a Jewish company. From their perspective,
Susie is married to Darrell though.
Yeah, but what did Darrell ass know?
but no, it's kind of cool that they're actually teaching.
It's progressive.
We're growing.
They're not teaching, offering it though. It's not like a mandatory thing.
So. Oh no, it's like an elective.
At least it's an elective now, though.
Like Spanish.
Yeah, like
shit. You want to take Spanish, or you want to go in there with the
with the
Susie?
Niggas. Oh well, I like black men. So
right.
Take that all them little white blonde head girls in there talking about walking that bitch that she gets them fucking box braids and shit.
Oh, from Nefertiti today, baby.
Some shit like this happen, and they say, "Oh, please have mercy on the police."
Yes, exactly.
But so even with that, this is the thing about when it comes to the police, guys. All right. As I said it before, you can be Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives. This isn't like Crips and Bloods, right? So this isn't like you have to pick one side, right?
That's not
I
what it's about.
support Black lives through and through.
Right.
I'm a nigga at heart.
Right.
I'm not a black man. I'll say it. I'm a nigga. I don't give a fuck what you feel about that word, nigga. I am that, right?
No doubt.
But I also support cops.
Right.
I'm not to the point of
just hate 'em.
wearing a flag and I'm back in my truck with the with blue lives and shit on it.
Right.
I'll have a Black Lives on my car before blue lives. But you know, I feel that cops are very important. They should be safe.
I agree.
I also understand that not all cops are bad. Right.
Right.
I know some really good cops. I know some shitty fucking people that work at fucking Jack in the Box. I had to wait 45 minutes for an order one time, and that shit was fucking out of fucking line.
Why'd you wait, nigga?
Cars in front of me, cars behind me.
You couldn't get out. You were stuck, man.
I had no choice.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying, and then they fucked them order on top of that. But what I'm saying is that we don't need to. Outside of the Minneapolis Police Department being burnt down, we don't need to sit here and they marched on the San Antonio Police Department on that march today, right? There's no need for that shit.
Right. They ain't did shit.
They did nothing to us, right? They did nothing to us. Not saying that they're not crooked, but in this situation, we had no need to march to that station. There people are burning down Los Angeles has been doing some tremendous shit to that city. They were throwing things at cop cars. They were jumping on cop cars, breaking cop cars' windows, and cops were fleeing the situation in Los Angeles. So
they
Los
not tired
Angeles,
of fucking. They been fucking Los Angeles
back
up
to
since
92.
'65,
They
man.
already did. They daddies did it. They daddies did it in '92.
Damn, they been
Shit,
fucking.
them kids know about that. They daddy did it in '92.
They been fucking LA for a long time,
Los
man.
Angeles has been getting it. So I mean, and so this is the thing, like we need to. I think we need to like teach down, so to speak, and we need to understand where we need to, like Killer Mike said, nigga, go home. Nigga, what'd you say? Strategize,
Clear your mind.
plot,
Clear your mind.
organize.
Learn what's really gonna happen.
And
Learn what's
then-
really gonna take over this crap. And burning shit down ain't gonna do that. You need to get your economics right.
You
You
should
need
go
to
out there and get arrested, man. That's all
get
your
your-
ass finna do.
Get your money
And keep the
situation straight.
Keep the stereotype bad. All they do is still looking at you as a damn monkey.
As
Because you
a
out there
man.
acting like you have no damn sense right here. They gonna look at you just the same.
That Target situation when they're looting Target in Minneapolis, do y'all know why they're looting that shit? So I was watching that shit.
They had
That
some
night.
nice lamps. They been out there saying, she had them on her arm.
Yeah. No, we was talking about that shit, right? And you were talking about the lamps and looting. So I tried to get KK to watch the riot on the original night when that shit happened, but you weren't in part of that group, right?
Yeah.
You remember that shit, right?
Yeah.
So they were looting Target because the police were out there throwing tear gas at everyone. They went inside because milk is the only thing that gets the tear gas off.
Yeah.
Target wouldn't sell them niggas milk.
They went and took their milk off.
All right.
I don't blame them. She
All
get
right.
this tear gas off me.
Oh, so that see, I didn't.
That's
know
that. See, that's how you teach motherfucking shit. See, that's the same with Black history. All you see is the damn Target getting looted, but you don't know the history behind it.
So that's what started. And I was watching that shit, and then everything was peaceful until the police started throwing rubber bullets and tear gas at the people. Once that happened, that's when everyone started rioting. That shit is on my page. You go to my page.
I love that.
You'll have to join the group and see it. I don't know if you
I wanna see that,
you're
man.
probably requested on it, but there are people out there that night, and then there are people out there looting, right? Not looting, but rioting. And there's this one group that was trying to riot the public library, and then the guys out there were like, "Hey, leave the library alone. We need that. The kids need that."
Yeah.
That was some dope shit I heard. I literally heard that. You'll watch
like
that
that.
shit, and they're stopping them from looting different shit.
Tearing up the
Tearing
unnecessary
up
shit.
unnecessary shit that the community needs.
Right.
They were just fucking up shit that they thought was expendable. They're
Right.
wrong on
What the
some
fuck was they
things.
finna do in the library?
Tearing
nigga?
up, burn that motherfucker
Them
down.
niggas
That
ain't
motherfucker
Don't
was
even
really
read,
good.
nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga, read something out this
I'm
There's
motherfucker.
a lot of computers and iPads in that bitch, guys.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, true
okay.
that.
They don't.
True that.
Yeah, they don't.
True
There's
that.
I
some-
ain't been,
They
I
still in
ain't
notebooks.
been on library like 20-something.
Yeah,
I
they
ain't
still
gonna
in
lie. It's
notebooks.
been a long
Yeah,
time.
they're
They
gonna
ready to
get
flip notebooks
something.
either.
But that's the thing. So they was taking a bunch of shit. I mean, the riot was a bad situation, but it turned bad. And there's also a report going on right now that there was an ex-police department of that, or maybe a current police department who was dressed up as
A regular person.
Yeah,
and was
he
looting and
started
he
it.
started
Definitely.
shit.
Somebody
CIA do all-
recognized them,
CIA
right?
do all
Yeah.
that shit
He
like that.
started
Don't think that's
it,
far
and
fetched.
then-
And that same thing
His
happened
wife
in
recognized
Ferguson.
That happened in Ferguson.
That was
That's-
Ferguson,
yeah, that
not
happened in
Fredericksburg.
Ferguson.
It was
Yeah,
Ferguson.
Yeah, that actually happened
So
in
that's
Ferguson.
the same shit
I
that
was
they
like,
were saying.
Yeah,
Bernie,
Texas.
nigga.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
ugh.
But nah,
Nigga,
I
you talking about
couldn't get it,
Enchanted
but-
Rock?
Yeah, for real.
They be doing it like that in Enchanted Rock, nigga.
They saying Fred. I'm like, Fred.
But
Ferguson.
no, yeah. So that actually happened in Ferguson too, where
And
they had
that's the
implants
same
like that.
situation. They had implants.
People think that's far-fetched. People think, hell no, the government won't do it. But the government show you time and time again that these motherfuckers did crazy shit like that. I mean, the CIA does shit like this all the time.
And that's their job. But do you know about riots? Like, riots aren't always bad. You know what, that last riot, the fucking Boston Tea Party? What the fuck y'all think that shit was?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, same shit. It's
about taxes, nigga.
Right.
You're not going
no
to
taxes
taxes
fuck
without
out of us.
representation.
Right.
You're not going to fucking double tax us. So what
Right.
the motherfucking people do, the white folks? Nigga, all that tea, nigga.
Fuck your tea.
Nigga, fuck all that tea in the water, nigga. All that goddamn. So I mean, when it comes, I mean, shit. Think about what was the other fucking a riot, basically the other protests. That fucking worked out really good. Fucking Civil War.
Yep, same shit.
What the fuck?
That's a
Slavery?
protest gone to another level.
We don't want fucking slavery. Y'all want it. So you know what? Let's go. Let's meet up and
It's a
figure
little
this
deeper
shit
than
out.
that too, though.
It's a lot deeper than that. But again, when it comes to something like that, so when we're talking about protests and how bad and how it doesn't solve anything, let's not get it twisted.
I agree.
Protests and riots have solved a lot of shit. So when you sit here and say you want protests and riot, I get it, but I don't 100% agree.
So this is why I say that the statement that they made, the statement that they made in Minneapolis, I agree with. The burn down the police station, yeah, you have to stick your chest out some kind of way.
Yes.
But I don't agree with all this other shit.
Other
Burning
shit-
down the Mercedes dealerships and all that shit.
All the protests that you just named, the way that they went about
Yes,
doing
they got shit done.
They made a point with what they were doing.
So
but like what you're saying,
Like you said, have
just
purpose, yeah.
like have a purpose. You what the fuck you gonna get out of riding?
That's what I'm saying.
Like you going to Travis Park.
Baskin
for-
Robbins
What
or
is the
I don't
point
even
of
believe
going
in
to
the
Travis
march
Park?
and shit,
What
but the bus boycott hit them in their pockets. You see shit turn around after the bus boycott. That's
Oh,
the
so
only
y'all,
effective shit
so
that
y'all
they had.
niggas that ain't got no cars that depend on
Yeah.
these goddamn bus, y'all ain't around our bus
Yeah,
no
fuck your
motherfucking
bus.
more.
Exactly. So that
Oh.
affected their ass.
They also had a black bus line back
They
there.
did. They
I don't
did.
know if they don't
They
teach
did.
that shit. They had a black bus line that
Right.
they fucked over to get anyway. That's another conversation.
Right. Shit that people need to be taught though.
That's another conversation. That's hey, y'all sign up for that goddamn Black History class and they'll teach you about that black bus route they had.
Yeah.
It was a whole black bus system.
Right.
Like the Black Panthers they talk. We're not gonna get into it. But the Black
That's another
Panthers,
motherfucker
the
that
Black Panthers was literally a fucking
Where are
community.
they? Shit.
They're
There's a
they're
new
out
black,
there.
but they're not doing like them old Black
Yeah,
Panthers
they're-
did as far
they're-
as in hospitals and feeding kids.
The
and
Black
clothing
Panthers
kids.
was a community. They would walk old ladies home
Oh, yeah.
with
Feed
guns.
kids.
They would feed. That's what they
Man,
started
yeah,
off
so
as.
much. They did
that's
so
what I'm
much.
saying.
The
Where
Black
are
Panthers
they?
are.
They're out there, but they're completely different.
Yeah, I think it's a little different.
They're way more militant, and they
Different climate too.
Yeah.
So
They're-
Just want to stay at home and protest.
Oh, no,
they're-
they're-
they're
go
out there.
to
They're
Dallas. You ever
They're
been to
very
Dallas?
present. They're
They're
very present.
everywhere in
The
Dallas.
New Black Panther Party's present.
Let something happen in Dallas. They're
They're more
gonna be out there.
militant, like you said. They're more militant.
Yeah,
Now.
they're
not as,
you know, like the white people back in the day in Oregon were at the I guess Orland, Portland, or one of those cities. They're at the courthouse protesting their Second Right Amendment type shit. That's them Black Panthers are out there. They're fucking armed and they're out there causing havoc. Don't think they're not out there.
They're just not. They're just not. They
They're
don't
big
have
in
the
Dallas.
They don't have the hospitals and the.
They're not doing-
From
they're
what
not-
I know, they
they're
don't have the
not doing
hospitals.
community
Yeah,
shit.
the community shit. Yeah.
I don't want to say they're not. I don't know that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if
I
they're.
haven't seen that. I've
but
seen the more militant stuff. So I
they're
don't
also
talk
not
down
going
on
to
it
put
all.
that shit on the news neither. That's
True.
not
That's
what
why.
they're going to
True.
advertise.
True.
But they're just like the KKK. They're out there too. I
Right.
mean, like
Well,
you
they
say, you
make
see them
themselves.
I see them
monthly.
motherfuckers. Yeah.
You see them monthly, and they have rallies. They just have this big rally in fucking
I mean,
Akron,
they're not out
Ohio.
there with masks on and shit, but it's
Now you know
They
Yeah,
still got them
it's-
crosses and damn.
yeah, it's them
iron
motherfuckers.
crosses.
Yeah.
And shit on.
they had the motherfuckers in Oregon. They in Dayton, number nigga community, and they would march to that bitch every year. Police escorts and everything through Dayton, Ohio, and
Exercising their rights though.
they're exercising their rights. And then the black people come and they start, but that's like they're out there. They're out there thick, as I guess an organization like that should be. But as they should be, which I don't agree that they shouldn't be out there. But nigga, we should be out there too.
Right.
We should be doing our own shit, not to interfere with them, but we need to make our own.
But you know the funny thing, they do this shit out of hate. It seems, and we
That-
do our shit out of
it's-
pride.
yeah, it's out
We
of
don't hate white people. It's the racist white people. It's the people that hate us. Like
So
I don't walk
can
around
you-
just
Can black people
be racist.
alright, be racist?
yeah.
Shit.
Why
I
can't
think we all have.
everybody?
Yeah.
racist.
I really don't understand the term
Yeah.
racist. I think like the stereotype type shit kind of comes in, and I don't know. Racism means more hate to me.
Yeah, can black people be racist?
Cause I don't hate nobody. I'm willing to. I think as black people, even back in Africa, we are more peaceful, humble. We'll feed your ass. You can come to our party type people. I don't see us as being haters unless we're being oppressed. Then that hate comes out. I don't see it just being natural.
Diddy, can black
I'm thinking,
people be
hold on.
racist? KK, while Diddy's thinking, the wheels is turning. Can
Yeah, they
black
can.
people be racist?
Yeah, they are. Look, can they? They
Okay,
are.
so I'm asking another question. Can Jews? What are you thinking? Can Jews be racist towards Germany, Nazi Germans?
Ooh, I don't want to get on that either. I go deep on that one too. Whoa.
I don't see what
I can't even answer that
Huh?
right now. That's too elaborate.
So when you talk about racism, answer your question. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, everybody got it in them. You know what I'm saying?
But racism, you understand, racism is based off of one specific thing, and it is hating someone off of the color of their skin. Do Jews hate Nazi Germans because
What
they're
they did.
Germans? Or do they hate them for a specific reason? As the Nazis were very racist towards black people and Germans. I mean, and Jews. So I asked, this is a question a lot of white people say about, they try to make, black people are racist too.
I think naturally we are naturally.
I don't think we're racist.
Not naturally.
I don't think naturally black people are racist.
The oppression brings out a reaction.
It brings out a reaction. If a black person is racist, it's all because of reaction.
It has nothing to do with the person because they're white.
I don't think it has to do with the fact that, oh my God, look at his skin, it's white. I don't like him because his skin is white. We don't do that. That's not where I think that's not
where our
where
hate
we
comes
came
from.
Now, white people, European people, they came from that. A lot of them were taught to hate someone who had a different color.
A white lady told me one time that black people are like the nicest people she's ever been around.
We are.
She said you could go to a corner and see a homeless person. It can be 20 cars, white. It'll be a black person get them something before anybody.
We naturally nice.
We've been there.
Look at our history. It's like that. We've
there.
never been colonized. Man, you look at. I'm not gonna sound racist. I don't want to sound racist here, but you look at the Anglos.
You can't be racist.
You can't be racist.
You're good.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm joking.
But you look at the history of these people. These people have went to countries and just pillaged and raped and history. These people have been killing. I mean, historically.
So if someone has been sold, and this is knowing your history, not you individually, but if someone has been sold, someone's been beat up, someone has been gator bait as a child.
Right.
I don't know if you know about the gator bait.
Definitely know about that.
If you've been raped, if you've been molested, if you had your friends hung, if you had churches burnt in your house, if you've been looked upon as a threat, if you've not been applied to given jobs or opportunities, discriminated on. And then after all that, you just look at the people that did that to you, and you're like, I fucking have this fucking dying hate for you. Is it because they're white, or is it because of
what they did?
It has to be because of what they did, because that don't have anything to do
so
with their skin.
So then are they racist?
Their skin color didn't.
So are they racist?
No, they just hate them racist.
Brianna,
different.
Can black people be racist?
Yes.
Yes, you think so? So I mean, we know anyone can be racist.
Yeah,
but
I think black people
I'm
are
as a
racist
collective.
towards each other.
But I think that's in any race, because you have white people trailer park, and you have Mexicans, the lighter and the darker.
Children.
But racism is. Can anyone be racist? Yes. So are there people that hate people because they're white? Yes. Yeah, but I think it's deeper than I'm hating someone because of their color.
Yeah,
it's not because of just their color. It's more to it. It's a lot deeper.
Right.
Is it right? No, it's not right. So guys, black people that hate white people, trust me. I thank a lot of you white people, because if it wasn't for y'all, which is kind of crazy as I say this, if it wasn't for white people, we wouldn't have the freedom we have now. Fuck that we had to fight for our freedom to begin with. That's something we should never have to fight for. But that civil rights movement would have never been what it was if it was just a black community fighting for our civil rights. It sucks to say this, and I hate to say it, but we needed the others to help us get to where we're at now.
In this country.
And we still need their help.
Only in this country.
And we still need their help.
Because we were chosen from the richest country on earth. And if we would have actually learned the riches of our country and not have like King Leopold.
So that'd be another show.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. But boy.
No, but you're on the right track. But the thing is that, we need them. And that's why I think this whole George Floyd situation is so fucking dope to me. And I know I'm saying George Floyd and dope in the same sentence, but I mean it in the greatest way I could possibly think of. Rosa Parks wasn't the first person that was oppressed, and that was the first person that told, get the fuck up out of your seat. And she was not the first person, I guarantee, that said, motherfucking, no, I'm not moving, right? Mm-hmm. But she was the case that got to the point where everyone heard, and white people had sympathy for it. And they helped us fight for what we needed to fight for, right? This is another case. This is one of those cases with George Floyd to where white people are fucking out there protesting more than that 13% black community. They're out there thick.
Yeah, busting windows and shit.
They're out there.
They on Facebook like
Yeah, they are.
arguing with me. I'm like, God damn.
I guess so.
Nigga,
Damn,
fuck the fuck coming to the barbecue.
let me get off first. Shit,
Yeah,
goddamn.
fuck a barbecue. You have my plate.
Listen,
nigga.
that's humane shit right there. I think we all naturally humane. That's why I say I can't be a racist. 'Cause I don't hate you. I don't hate you unless you do some shit to me that makes me hate you. I'm just gonna hate you for the color of your skin, or it's more about what you've done that brings the hate.
You thought about your answer yet, Didi?
I already gave it to you.
Can black just for the record, can black people be racist in your opinion? As a whole, not of course as individuals.
As a whole, I really don't think that black people can be racist. I don't think any race, I don't think any race other than who's been taught to be racist can be racist.
Yeah. I mean, and that's kind of how it looks. So when people talk about racism, specific thing, racism hating off of color, we don't really hate people because of their color. We hate because of the positions that they put us in where we're at. We hate that. If that never happened, nigga, y'all be our brothers like anybody else.
So think about this. When you were a kid, so I know when I was a kid, I had white friends, Mexican friends.
I got white friends now.
No, I do too. But I mean, as a kid, without knowing anything about the world, it's just so natural to just play with a little white boy. It's so natural. You just think he's another kid. His skin is like, oh well, we don't care about that. We finna play whatever we playing. But you don't think about that stuff until society starts to get in your head and say, oh, there's a difference between y'all. Before that, you don't think about none of that type of stuff.
When I went to school next door,
Madison,
when I was there, I was the only black in every fucking class except for basketball.
I believe that. Shit.
Nigga, have you been to Madison lately?
Nah, I just heard it's full of black people now.
Sam Houston like it is.
Well, Sam Houston. When my mom went to Sam Houston, it was all white though. Same thing.
Real?
Yeah. So my mom went to Sam Houston back in the damn 60s or whatever. But she tells us that story that she went to Highlands and it was more black.
Everybody on the east side is moving over here. So I met this. I don't know if I told y'all this story, but I met this one chick a while back, and she was like talking. Oh yeah, I'm from the east side. Oh okay, so where you at? Where you from? You know this and that. Houston and Commerce. It's like nah, I stay over there off of Ritterman. Nigga, what is that in the east side?
That's the news telling them that shit.
Yeah, I hear that shit on the news.
There's a murder on the east side. Like, what?
Yeah, for real. Sunrise.
1604 in Commerce.
Yeah,
78.
Yeah, you're right. They do say that shit on the news.
They be like Foster Road. I'm like, that's not the east side. That is.
I mean, all the people from the east side are over here now, but that's not the east side.
And that's what everybody from the east side is moving over.
On this side of 1604 to the news is the fucking east
It's
side.
the east. Yeah,
y'all
motherfuckers,
that's the east.
That's the east side.
I mean, you ain't crossed 1604, you ain't made it,
And that's the thing.
East.
So all the black folks from over there on the east side, W.W. White, they're moving across the Foster, moving 78. So they're moving Ritterman, Benz Engelman. So that's why you get all the black people at Roosevelt's been a bunch of niggas. Yeah. But that's how you get all the black.
We were pushed from the east side too, though. All of us came from the east because remember it was white out there too.
Yeah.
And they had housing, and so all our moms had housing. They thought they would leave the east side, went to the Glen, Camelot, now, which is my case. Yeah. And we were the ones that kind of toward the northeast side, and we didn't know no better, being from the east side.
Nigga, the Glen was fucked up.
So that's why I grew. That was fun.
I think they gangbang the Glen right now.
They shouldn't be.
I think they are. I think they're.
My mama still living in the Glen.
Somebody over there is sleepwalking right now.
Because the Glen is too. Yeah, the first and the second.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I grew up on Glen Miss. I grew up on Glen Miss. I grew up on the first street, the street you talking about.
You know right home where you live, the Glen. You gotta call your mama, man.
Yeah, boy.
You gotta call your mama.
But see, we were from the east side though, so we were from the East Terrace and the Wheelie Course and the Ridgebees and everywhere around there. We, like I said, our mama's on housing. They pushed us out there.
Nigga, I'm not going further than Miller's Point, nigga. I get you to Miller's Point, nigga. You can figure that shit out yourself, nigga. You gonna go down O'Connor, nigga? I'm gonna go 25 miles an hour, nigga. I'm now speeding on O'Connor, doing that live oak area. I'm now speeding like I'm gonna drop you off at Miller's Point, nigga, and then you can figure the rest of that shit out.
Your ass on that 632, making nigga. Get your ass on that 632.
Where did you stay at, your mama? That house that they had over there. Where was that at? What neighborhood was that? The one that you lived in by yourself.
Oh yeah, you was close to the Glen.
That's the Glen.
You said New World.
That's the Glen. Nigga said New World.
Yeah, you close enough.
We by that four-way, that car wash. Yeah, that's the Glen, nigga.
Yeah, right close enough. That's Camelot 2 area.
You was in the middle of it.
Yep, you was close enough.
You were right in the middle.
Yeah, you right by that store. What nursing home?
On the corner. Oh, Crestway, out that way.
Oh, you still by the Glen though.
Yeah,
you
was
close
the
enough.
Crestway.
You went to home.
Yeah.
No.
You borderline.
That's as far as I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm not going across
Crestway.
Once I pass that old retirement home and shit, nigga.
Crownwood area.
I'm
Oh,
not
them
passing.
towers.
Yeah, tower nigga. I drop at the corner store right next to you. Better figure. Hey, that's at least a mile to your house, nigga. I got you. I got you halfway
Still
there.
say Diamond Sharon.
You do. It's something totally different, right?
Oh, well, it did say
Still
Diamond
got
Sharon.
that logo right. Yeah.
Nigga, that is the city, man. I love my city, but goddamn, we are so fucking ass
Yeah, I do
backwards.
too, bro. I do too.
But
Yeah, we are.
But man, I mean, once again, man, that's kind of where we're at, man. I mean, if you had to leave everybody, and we're about to close down, if you had to leave everyone listening, or just a little black boy, not a little white boy, not a little Mexican boy, if you had a little black boy, and that's not a racist comment, it's a selfish comment. Sitting right here. You have any kids?
Yeah, 4. 3 boys, 1 girl.
3 boys, 1 girl. What would you tell your kids? Just about what's going on
what
right
have
now.
I told them?
There you go. What have you told them?
This is a shame that you got to tell your kids this, but
Yeah.
as far as dealing with police, I'm a grown man and I deal with police. And when they pull, like I told you, I got pulled over for loud music when something up to see me. And when they pull me over, I smile, crack jokes, and let them know I'm friendly first.
Gotcha.
Let them know I am not combative whatsoever. It's a shame you have to do that. It's a shame that you actually have to do that. Not that I want to be combative, but I have to make sure I do this in order for the transaction to go peacefully.
How do you sound when you talk to them? What's your voice?
I don't even know. I crack jokes. I'm like, man, I know you pulled me over, man. I know the music was loud or whatever. I crack jokes and I make sure that
Hey, what's
smile is
up,
on there.
officer?
Yeah, I keep that smile on there to make sure I'm not combative whatsoever. And everything I say is with a smile. And it's a shame that you have to do that because I'm not even happy when you pull me over. So I'm really fronting.
Pass the fuck off.
But this is what we're in right now. And in order for you to go home to your family, this is what you got to do. You can't be combative. And another thing is to the youth out there, I don't know why they think tearing all this shit up is actually going to solve something. I know y'all frustrated. I know they're not hearing your voice. So the only other thing to do is make them feel you. But just tearing up businesses and stuff is not really doing that. It's just keeping you, it's keeping them seeing you in the same light they're seeing you in already.
You a nigga still.
You are. You ain't changing nothing. Until you change your economics and people got to come to you for something, you always going to be that because you're expendable to them. You're nothing. You're a useless eater. You are feeding off the system. This is what they see. And all they see, only pictures they see of you is on TV, what they see on what you depicted in movies, rap videos, and what the news says about you, which is none of that's glorified. So in order for them to see you in a different light, you need to take over your economic situation. You need to, I don't even care how you dress. I don't care about your pants sagging. The bad thing about that is people think that associates you as a bad person, which is just a fashion statement. Just like people in the 70s and shit was wearing beads or whatever the fuck they were wearing in their head. It's just a fashion statement.
Afro,
that does not
shit.
make you who you are. Yeah. But what makes you who you are is who you are. Be a stand-up citizen. Take care of your family. Take care of the black community. Like I said, get your finances in order. Get your business in order. And learn how to work for your damn self and don't depend on working for somebody else because they got you in their clutches. Because once they fire you, your whole family's livelihood is in their hand. If they fire your ass, none of y'all eating.
True.
But if you take care of your own shit, you making sure all of them eat. You know what I mean? That go to black men too. Give your kids a job. Give your kids a job. But that's all I gotta say.
I like everything you said, man. And I mean, we're gonna have.
Yeah, we're gonna talk more.
We're gonna have our because that whole which is kind of fun. This is on some other shit. When you talk about black wealth and after slavery, we were the richest class out there right after slavery, mind you. The white folks didn't weld, they didn't farm, they didn't mend, they didn't do crafts, they didn't do
that, right?
metal, welding, none of that shit. They had no idea what that was, so they had to come to us for that labor. That got fucked up real quick. They made laws and shit like that to kind of fuck that up. The KKK came shortly after slavery ended. That was just another conversation. But get your own wealth, guys. I mean, I agree with you when you say that. I teach my kids that same thing. Work for yourself. You don't want to work for anybody else.
Right.
You don't want to clock in. You want people clocking in for you.
That's right.
Get into real estate.
That's right.
You want people to work every day and clock into their 9 to 5 at the end of the month to pay your motherfucking mortgage
That's
or
right.
give you money
That's right.
while you sitting on your ass. That's the best retirement. Own about 5 houses.
That's right.
That'll make
That's right.
$1,000 a piece. That is
Right.
better than a 401k
Damn
and then
right.
some.
That's still control.
And
That's
then on
right.
top of that, you own your own property. You're
That's
living
right.
rent free, plus you're making a stack per house every
That's
month.
right.
and then fuck a 401k.
And that shit lasts for 30 years at least.
And then a 401k, black people are living to be what, 56,
right.
55.
Right.
You don't get your 401k till you're 60,
Man, that shit's still
without any penalties, and that's if the stock market is doing good and they don't lose your 401k.
Right.
I mean, motherfucker, everybody.
Look what happened in February. Motherfuckers almost died when they seen all that money leave their 401k.
Everybody.
I lost a lot.
Yeah, me too. 21%.
What happened?
21%.
Motherfucker letter came in the mail.
Oh, yeah.
This shit look important.
It looks
damn
very
right.
important, right?
Oh,
Damn right.
man.
Put that money.
Learn how to control your own 401k at the bare minimum. Go ahead and control your own shit. Don't just invest in one of their funds.
I have an aunt right now who was.
I did that. I default for the company.
Go ahead and do your own shit.
Who's just about to retire, and I think 3 years ago she put money into her 401k for the first time ever, and she was like, "What do you think?" I was like, "To be honest with you, that's probably the dumbest shit you can possibly do. Your 401k is not good. It's good after 40, 50 years you have money into it.
Yeah. That's
and
bare
next,
minimum.
and that's if that's if shit good.
Yeah, that's if shit good.
But
right.
after 3 years to put money in your 401k, you're basically that's about a CD. You know that is nothing that you're doing. Like that's. You might as well get a treasury bond.
Yeah,
do something like that.
I mean, you might as well. At least you got a guarantee rate on treasury bond. At least you got a guarantee rate.
Money on
and you're not, but at least you're
not losing.
Yeah, 401k is so volatile, and that's based on whatever company's running it, what stocks what funds
and
they
where
have,
they're investing, if they're making good, safe investments.
Exactly, and the funds that they have.
But when you're that old and you're just investing at that time, you're not at that age when you're investing in your 60s. You know that girl that's 63. I got one for you. But when you're investing at that age, you're investing because you need that asset.
You're always gonna lean on, right?
So 401k is not good for that shit.
Man, that's some more of that shit they teach you in school. Tell you it's good for.
They're not teaching the white folks those 401k.
Hell no, they teaching them how to run a goddamn 401k.
Yeah, they're not teaching
how to run a goddamn hedge fund.
They're teaching them how to fucking invest in stocks.
Yeah, so a 401k is like a hedge fund. You look at all the rich people in the world that run hedge funds, which probably on your 401k, my 401k, his 401k. And all we doing is putting our hard-earned money into it and keep feeding.
Hoping we live to be 65. Hoping. And if we don't, 10% off top.
Right.
Plus another 10%. That's 20% of your dollars you're losing off top.
Right. Inheritance tax.
Motherfucker, this is my motherfucking money, and I'm getting penalized for taking this shit out before I die.
Right. Tell you how gangster they are though, because so my 401k drop, I ain't finna fuck that bleeding. I don't believe in the bleeding, so I put all my shit in the bonds just to stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
So as soon as it start bouncing back up, because I watch this shit. I put my shit back into my, regular fund that I had it in. The motherfucker said, you can't trade it again for another 6 months. So you mean to tell me I can't put my money where I want to put it? What kind of bullshit is this? That's how much control over your money they have. You think that you really winning? Nah, you ain't winning, bro.
I mean, if we could open up a business in second mortgages, not in second mortgages, but in buying mortgages.
Yes.
Oh. Everybody in the NBA, I don't know if they know this or if they have somebody talking to them. They should get the LeBrons and all the big NBA fans, members, and open up their own fucking investment group that buys second mortgages.
Yep.
Straight from Fannie Mae.
Yep.
Freddie and them, they need to get with them and just put their money into those investments.
They trade every day. You trade a mortgage every day.
Nigga, you buy a house, nigga, from Wells Fargo today. Tomorrow, that bitch is with
Bank of America.
ABC
That's
Corporation.
Right. So that's what happened in 2008. So a lot of people don't realize what happened with the housing market. I mean, that's another topic too. I know, but I can go
I know exactly what happened with the housing market.
I go deep with that shit too, bro.
I know exactly
what you're talking about. That's exactly why we were in that situation.
And at that time, in all honesty, I wish I was an investment banker at that time.
Oh, me too, bro.
They made a killing.
Not only a killing and a bailout.
Them killing and bailout and a lot of motherfucking foreclosed houses, which then again they bought
right back on their books, exactly.
And then they're just selling that bitch
off
again.
God,
and doing whatever.
Chat, bro.
Yeah, no, it's a dirty game. I mean, shit, I want to live like them wealthy white people.
That's why I learned it. That's why I studied that type of shit.
Yeah,
that's why I studied. Not just to know it, but to actually someday either teach somebody who's gonna put that shit into effect or put it into effect myself. But that knowledge needs to be taught to somebody who's actually gonna use it.
We can talk about that shit and try to make that shit and flip them. I want white money. I want white money, bro. I want that good white wealth. That's what I want.
Shit, my grandkids want
it. But again, man, thank y'all again for watching the show. We had a good conversation. This was a much needed conversation for myself at this time.
Wholesome conversation.
Yeah, and it wasn't the normal, DD and KK banter of DD making fun of KK and KK making fun of DD. And
we took a break today.
Yeah, so it was a really good conversation. And again, with the George Floyd situation and everything going on with him, and not just himself, but his family, the community in Minneapolis, and also the world. I hope when it comes to these protests that we're not protesting for no reason, and that we're making our time that we're spending on these protests make it heard and felt. If you don't know anything about a commissioner's court, I had no idea about what they were until KK Carpenter, the cute white boy that ran the 4-2 jogging. I had no idea what that was until he brought that to my attention. And if we want to make any stink or any noise, if Converse and Camelot, if y'all want some fucking trash cans, go to the commissioner's court and walk in there with 1,000 people strong, and I guarantee you shit will change, or at least you'll be heard. Please make sure these protests are for a reason. Please make sure y'all are safe out there. Every cop isn't bad. Every black person isn't evil. So don't go out there killing reckless cops because you feel like it's something we should do because that one cop fucked over, those 4 cops fucked over one black man. There's a lot about this story that we're going to hear, a lot of fuck shit on the cops that we're going to discover. So again, let the justice system do what it needs to do. Let these guys get thrown in jail and let the prison system handle them the way that we know that they will be handled. And that'll be our street justice. Yeah, right. That'll be our street justice. Segregation, whatever. Yeah, no, they gotta.
That shit handle it like you said.
There'll be an accident. What is it? Epstein. He accidentally hung himself.
Oh yeah. From a goddamn top bunk, really. I don't know how the hell you do that
those
shit.
Those bunks are 4 feet tall. And that nigga fucking 7'9".
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Nigga, I'm hanging. Nigga, stand up. Nigga.
Right,
stand up.
I don't even think naturally you would let yourself hang. You gonna stand up. Like, you know what? If I even this shit,
but they will get their street justice and
Not street
I don't
justice.
want their prison justice.
You just tell the nigga go kill a cop. Shoot that motherfucker.
They'll get their prison justice, and not only will they get their prison justice. I mean, I don't want to make this God will handle it because this is not a situation. I'm not the guy to say go pray on shit. And again, I believe in the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ probably just as much as the next. Actually, not just as much as everybody else because I have my limits when it comes to my Jesus conversation. But that is also another conversation we'll have. Yeah. But what I will say is make sure y'all out there doing the right thing and staying safe and keeping your family and your kids in your mind. Learn some shit. Google is the smartest person. I know almost everything I know from school and from Google and researching and reading. Right. And I hate to fucking read, but I'll scroll through some shit on my phone. And teach down. That's important. Teach down. As other races, the Koreans,
everybody, the Jews. I think they do it naturally. We need to do it naturally. It needs to be everything come out of your mouth. It needs to be something you teach them.
But when you teach down, you have to understand you need to know more than, I don't want to be very stereotypical, but you need to know more than the stats of a LeBron James or selling drugs.
Teach you something that can actually help you.
You need to know more than the shit that we do know as a collective.
Right.
Not saying all black people. And I'm not talking about the black people that know their shit. I'm talking about the other niggas that don't. That's who I'm talking to. So if you're someone that's on your P's and Q's, this conversation isn't for you. This probably isn't going to help you. It's probably going to piss you off more than anything else. But if you're somebody on the other end that does not know the shit that they need to know, this conversation is directly rooted to you. And I hope you're hearing this and do something. We have Mr. Brandon Bordeaux. B-I-R-D-O-W, Brandon, just how every white person spells Brandon. The English way, goddamn, normal fucking Brandon way. Y'all look him up. He's actually on the tag on this post. He can help you fix your credit. And he already stated he's not out here to get you for your income. He's going to charge you for something because it is a service and it's a business, and you should support this man. And he's also going to get your situation together so you can teach your credit to your kids. Let them understand how it is to pay bills instead of just looking at shit and complaining like, God damn, I gotta pay these goddamn bills. Right, KK and like all of us was taught, nigga, I had light bills in my name before I was 15. So, I mean, we need to teach better to our kids.
Not important till it's pink, y'all.
Right. Not important till it's pink.
Put something on it.
I gotta pay this motherfucker now.
Put something on it.
Now I gotta pay this bitch.
Right.
That goddamn notice. What that notice go? What date is on that notice, baby?
Some of y'all niggas got here first and then some of this shit was on the door.
Right.
Why ain't y'all giving this goddamn bill? Well, want me to say throw the rest of this shit in the goddamn on the
this
bucket.
This motherfucker's pink.
You ain't telling me this is what I needed to give you. But yeah, guys, I mean, keep up your finances. I'm trying to think of shit we've talked about. If you don't have a direct deposit, if you don't have a direct deposit, guys, please save your 3% and put that shit into a bank. Throwing your money under a mattress is not the best way to save your funds. It's not. What else do we have this show? The space station is taking off. If y'all can go see space, save up that mattress money and go to space.
If
Check out
anybody
the
watching this and go to space, nigga, loan me something, man. Nigga, you better not be here with that. You bullshit.
Nigga, we need chairs. Didi been squirming over there all goddamn show. We need some more chairs.
Hey, put my cash app on top of my head right here. So on the screen.